What's poppin', my Saiyan Elite? This your boy SSLJ, and I want to welcome you to another review of Dragon Ball Super. Now, before we get into Super, as we all know, we heard the crushing news, well, some people, the crushing news that Super will be ending March 25th. That will be the last episode of Super. Super is officially over with, which means I'm anticipating probably, because we have about, I want to say 9 episodes left, probably, yeah, about 7 of the episodes, because it seems to be, every episode seems to be a minute of the tournament. So we probably have anywhere between 7 episodes left of the tournament. So once that's over with, we'll probably get 2 episodes kind of showing the aftermath, and then that'll be it for Super. A lot of people are bummed out. A lot of people want to have questions as to why it's going away, all that. I'm going to do a separate video on that and why I think it's a good idea for Super to just be finished completely, and then I'll probably do a separate video as to why I believe Super needs to continue. I got multiple views on that, but let's get back to the episode. So in this episode, I felt like this was Gohan's shining moment. I felt like everything else Gohan had did leading up to that, I thought they were okay moments, nothing like amazing that blew my mind away, but I think this one is kind of the Gohan moment that every Gohan fan's been a fan of. Now, for me, my favorite Gohan is Teen Gohan when he goes Super Saiyan 2. The other Gohans, I'm right on, especially when he was a kid. I hated him with so much passion. Oh my God, it was just so annoying. But the episode first kicks off with Goku and Vegeta still fighting Jiren. That lasts for a little bit. You had the, I believe the Final Flash Commandment happened in that episode. I believe so. But that was just a little bit. Everything then shifted over to Dispo versus Frieza. Now, we all knew that Frieza was going to, we all believed Frieza was going to wipe the floor with Dispo because we seen Hit go toe-to-toe with Dispo and got a chance to get the upper hand. And just Dispo just seemed like he just was just hanging on because of Topo, basically. Topo was the reason, and Jiren was the reason Dispo was even still in this thing. So when he went up against Frieza, we all figured it was a foregone conclusion. It's over with, especially since Frieza wasn't even in his golden form. But when Frieza finally decides that enough is enough, well, before that, Frieza has Dispo down because now Frieza just adapted like, okay, I'm going to kind of just stop toying around with Dispo. He offers Dispo some type of bargain, which at first, for a second, I thought, okay, this might be the moment where Frieza kind of plan starts to go the way he wants. But then I thought about it again and was like, no, that goes completely 100% against what the Pride Troopers are. So Frieza wanted to let Dispo live or continue in the tournament if he decided to resurrect Frieza after the tournament was over with the Dragon Balls. Dispo declined. Frieza then goes into his golden form. Even though they've used that same animation over and over again, I still enjoy it. I think that's a staple. You can't use it too much, but I think they could use it maybe about 2 or 3 more times because I just love his transformation because it's not like he just snaps into it every single time. We barely get a chance to see Frieza go into that form. So to see it, I still enjoy it and like for what it is. So Frieza goes golden, and next thing you know, he's able to keep up with Dispo and basically just start demolishing Dispo. And then it seems like it's about to be over with. It seems like Frieza's about to take out Dispo. Dispo's about to go, something that we all saw coming, all that good stuff. And then, all of a sudden, something special happens. Dispo almost went UI, which, and that's Ultra Instinct, for those who don't know. Which threw me because the aura and the way it stands was, I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then the music behind it, I was like, is he about to get Ultra Instinct? Which would have thrown me completely. But no, all it did was, and come to find out, especially with the previews of the next episode, it seems that maybe just the high-end caliber of the Pride Troopers have this special ability that they can tap into. And Dispo seemed to tap into his, which was just a whole nother level of speed. When he taps into that, all of a sudden now Frieza could no longer catch his movements. He legitimately had Frieza in golden form on the ropes. Now, would Frieza have been able to beat Dispo? We'll never know. And we'll get into why we will never know. But going back a little bit, a few episodes ago, to me it shows that Hit never had a chance against Dispo. Because Dispo never went at Hit that way. Dispo, I think, just took Hit for granted and thought he'd be alright. Dispo, you literally used as a trump card. If Dispo would have went into that, to me, he could have gotten rid of Hit instantly. Because Hit didn't know what he was getting ready, and Hit was getting his ass handed to him. When he first fought Dispo until he started to do his natural a progression adaptation and started learning. But this new level of speed for Dispo, I don't even think Hit could have been able to control it, not knowing about it. At least when he went against Jiren, Hit was able to watch Jiren fight Goku. So Hit had some type of knowledge of what Jiren can do. So he was able to formulate some type of plan as to how he wanted to attack Jiren. He never seen Dispo fight. So everything was new for him. Every single thing. And Hit knew he wasn't going to make it past Jiren. He knew at the bottom of his heart. He was hoping, but he knew he wasn't going to beat Jiren. With Dispo, he thought Dispo had no chance against him. So Dispo would have threw something completely at him and would have got rid of Hit. So bringing it back to where it was, Gohan realizes that Frieza's in trouble and leaves 17 one-on-one with Toppo. Now, can 17 beat Toppo one-on-one? I don't know. I doubt it, especially knowing that Toppo has a new form. But that's neither here nor there. So Gohan decides to go off. He gets a lick off, sends Dispo flying. Now, nice little change of interaction goes on between Frieza and Gohan. Frieza kind of, and I'm just being vague, I'm not being word for word. Frieza basically says, hey, you know, are you sure you want to trust me? I may attack you for real this time. And Gohan, which was savage, I love that part of Gohan. Gohan said, listen, I got a plan. If you try and do something, don't worry, I'll be the one to kick you off myself. But I said, oh, all right, Gohan. Gohan said, he ain't for the bull. So Gohan comes up with a plan with Frieza, which is basically, but he comes up with a plan about a second later. So they go to fight Dispo, and as they're fighting Dispo together, Frieza and Gohan, which is such a crazy team, knowing the history that them two have together. Gohan realizes that as long as Dispo can just have all the room possible, they'll never catch it. Especially because they're not trying hand-to-hand combat, they're just trying ki blast. So they'll never ever be able to touch Dispo away there. So Gohan comes up with the plan of, hey, we need to be able to restrict his movements and his range, so we got to come up with some type of barrier, some type of wall. Which is Frieza does and uses his move, which I forget the name of, but it's the same move that he used basically when he fought the thieves or the assassins or whatever from that universe, when he tried to stop Goku and Frieza from going to the tournament. He uses that tactic. Now that tactic is very draining on Frieza. You got to think about the amount of energy you need to use, how many of those you need to keep going for a length of time while Dispo and Gohan are fighting, for Gohan to have enough time to try and eliminate Dispo. Even though Frieza really hasn't done anything besides the fight with the fused robot. So Frieza's stamina really should be 100% up there. Like, he should be like having no problem with it. That still is very taxing because of how fast Dispo is in the area that you're trying to cover, and to keep that going for such an extended period of time. It was just draining Frieza. So Gohan and Dispo are fighting inside of it. Gohan gets the upper hand, Dispo gets the upper hand. It's a nice back and forth going. Now, Gohan starts to get the upper hand on Dispo. Dispo is starting, it looks like he's about to get eliminated. Right when Gohan looks like he's going in to give the final blow, Frieza just taps out. There's nothing more. He said he loses his grip. The walls go away. The beams and everything go away. It seemed like at that point in time, I thought Dispo was going to dodge it and Gohan was going to get eliminated. That's what I thought was about to happen, which I was about to say, oh, come on, you can't be serious. But Gohan is able to grab Dispo from behind, which I thought about it for a second, but I didn't quite know whether or not that was true, because I was too worried about the conversation that Gohan was having with Frieza. And I'll get to what he was saying in my thought process then. But that was homage as to when in the very beginning of Z, to my knowledge, it was homage, that when Goku held Radix and Piccolo fired the special beam cannon and it killed Radix and Goku at the same time. I thought about that for a split second, which then when Gohan had the conversation with the dialogue of Frieza saying, Frieza, do it, go ahead, I said in my mind, I said, wait a minute, hold on, bring it back. I said, is Frieza about to kill Gohan? And I say that because we know Frieza just doesn't care. Frieza's going to think of Frieza and what benefits him. And if he can kill Gohan, who he believes can be a threat, he'll get rid of Gohan. He hates Saiyans. But, which I didn't think about that time was, I said, wait a minute, if he does that, then Frieza will be eliminated because you're not supposed to kill anybody. Killing is a 100% off limits in this tournament. So, when that happens, and Frieza decides to fire his last blast, it eliminates Dispo and Gohan, which I thought was a nice twist because I didn't expect Gohan to go out that way. A lot of speculation was that maybe Gohan is the one that gets a new form, or he just raises his level up so much that Gohan is going to be the one to win the tournament. So to eliminate him and still have 17 on the field, I thought was a beautiful switch up. And it just continues that thing of, anything can happen. It's just an odd combination of everything that's going on. So when Gohan gets eliminated, he gets the approval of Piccolo, Beerus, all that was like, yo, hey, Gohan had his moment. That to me epitomized what Gohan was. Gohan was able to go toe-to-toe with one of the last 3 prior troopers, who was no joke. He was able to come up and formulate a plan on how to get rid of him, and he was able to execute it when all else failed. It embodied everything that Gohan is to this day at that moment. That's what I felt that moment did for Gohan. So, with that being said, that pretty much was the episode for Super. I felt like it was a very good episode, a very, very well-planned episode. We know going to the next episode, Toppo is fighting 17, and Frieza, I believe, joins in the fray as well with that one, which is going to be another crazy combination. But I'm intrigued to find out why they have these transformations. I feel like it's going to be explained why Dispo and Toppo have these transformations, where they got them from. Because I need an explanation, because I want to know, do all Pride Troopers have this? Because if all Pride Troopers have this, they should have all just unleashed it when it was almost that time to be eliminated. Because I think that would have been something special. But at the same time, it's a good thing they may not have it, because it would have just ruined it for Dispo and Toppo and them. Which makes me believe, does Jiren have this as well? Does Jiren even have something he taps into? It's hard to believe, especially how OP Jiren is now. But it's not out the blue. So we need to know. So there's still a lot of questions going on, but as far as Dragon Ball Super, if I had to rate it, I'd give it a solid 8. I felt like it was a very good episode, especially spanning from the fact that Vegeta just got a new form and Goku and Vegeta fighting Jiren. You got away from that and still kept us entertained with the battle and formed a team, a true teamwork this time, of Frieza and Gohan. So once again, if y'all like what this discussion, if y'all like the content that's being presented to y'all, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. This your boy SSLJ, and I see you on the next one. And I'm out.